Last time on Skyrim.
She was actually saying wolf.
I've
And
had
you get
enough.
other reference if you understand that reference. What the heck did you do? And why
Hit
did
it.
I get hurt?
Because we're about to steal a child.
The people in Skyrim just leave sacks of food lying absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a wonder they don't have more problems with skeevers.
Yeah.
What is soul?
Take it.
Very interesting.
Take the soul.
Must see what the soul is.
Back to Skyrim. Alright, so continuing. I don't know why I'm doing this. It just sounds cool. In my mind, it's working out, but it probably won't.
Well, experimentation is amusing.
I'm just glad that it doesn't destroy my voice.
This is a dead ice wolf.
Yeah,
The interesting question is, what killed it?
probably the people that ran by to the barrow.
You know, that's possible. It hasn't been that long.
You followed almost immediately after them.
That's true, that's true. Alright, forget sneaking. Let's go fast.
Yeah. This is turning into something more like Lord of the Rings.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
It actually is kind of like Mordor.
Ooh,
Except brighter.
a hot spring. And a little glade around it, with
A dead person.
decimated materials
like
and
the
a
looks
dead
of this.
Kajiit, tail waving majestically in the breeze.
Quick question. Where was the Kajiit's head and where was its tail?
Here's the tail.
Where are its legs and where's its head?
Here's the head.
Okay.
Here's the legs.
Okay. Now it makes a bit more sense.
It is sprawled uncomfortably over the wreckage.
Oh!
Oh, it's a dragon! Ah!
That explains it.
Oh!
That explains it. That explains it.
Back here.
This ends now.
Wait, is this the dragon that you're after?
I actually don't know. Whoa,
No,
what
it
the
is
hell?
not. What the hell happened?
I think he shouted.
What did he shout?
Oh, that's a Durzog.
Yeah. What the hell did the dragon shout? Oh, hi. There's a lot of spikes. Keep shooting it.
Or to see, this is what your companions are really good for. Distracting your enemies when you pick them off slowly. Look at all the butterflies! Butterflies!
Well, looks like we achieved what I... Okay.
We have killed the dragon. We haven't killed the dragon, but
Yeah.
we have killed the dragon.
What I said next time, will we kill a dragon?
It's true.
We did. So,
And here comes the Durzog! Ah!
double.
Watch this guy kick my ass. Nope. Archer is very useful.
Apparently, hitting it on its armored head does nothing.
Look at all the butterflies!
Slowly going insane from the amount of butterflies.
There we go. This really is a pretty little glade here. I mean, look at this. Isn't that gorgeous?
2 seconds ago, a dragon lived here.
Well, he was sleeping here anyway. Pitcher plants. Such a nice detail.
Interesting.
Oops, what's that? Jazzbag.
Yeah. And there's an ash fruit cluster over there. Go swimming.
Nern root.
Go swimming.
Oh, waiting at least.
Yeah. It's a hot spring. What did you expect?
Well, you never know if you're gonna plunge in and boil to death, or somebody was living here.
Yeah.
Assuming the dragon didn't
Oh.
keep singing. Oh, there he is.
Phil
Jack.
Jack.
Whoever he is.
Rest in the water.
He had vampire dust on him. That's an interesting random ingredient. Aha.
Flynn Jack.
I suspect you may be, shall we say, slightly touched in the head. Undeniably, your grammar betrays what feeble intelligence you claim to possess. A pox on you and your children. I have spent many agonizing months searching through the letters you sent to the Academy over the past 2 years, meticulously noting each and every grammatical error I came across. I admit I may not be perfect myself. Certainly my grammar is less than stellar at times, but you seem completely oblivious to your blundering meanderings. You have the linguistic elegance of a baboon digesting in the belly of a mammoth.
Grammar Nazi. This is a grammar Nazi that takes his job seriously.
He lives in the middle of this hot spring and spends all of his time correcting people's grammar.
Intercepting their mail and correcting the grammar. And then sending it on its way.
Ah.
Okay. So that guy was entertaining. Dwemer lift.
Ooh. Dwemer ruins. Let's see if the gate is open.
No.
The gate is not open. There must be another way in.
But where?
Maybe through the barrow.
Probably.
There's lots of dragonflies and all kinds of... Hello.
The
Who are
hell
you?
is that? Save and go talk.
Let's cautiously find out.
Go talk to him. Just run up and go, hi!
Sure.
You're
This
interfering
doesn't-
with
Oh.
the
Whoops.
form of
No more.
Really? I hate you guys so incredibly much. I'm going to kill
Walk
you.
away now.
Yeah, whatever.
Walk away. Never should have come here.
Your armor is like butter. Seriously.
There we go.
You stabbed your sword through the armor.
Yeah. A full suit of light armor just for my collection.
If that person has the helmet that you need.
Yep. They don't have anything else good on them. It's kind of saddening. Oh well. Could
Continuing.
Continue on to the barrow.
But seriously, this is a lot like Lord of the Rings at this point. Walking and occasionally fighting a bunch of stuff and killing it all.
Isn't that what all games are about? Ah!
How did you hit it? Questions that shall never be answered.
So, dead people in a house.
Oh, so you were right to kill that fox. It killed
Nothing
the man.
useful in them.
That fox killed the man. So you were in the right to kill that fox.
That sounds like
According to
the
people.
reasoning of the majority of the people in this country at the moment.
Like I
It's
said.
terrifying.
Like I said just before you said that. Ooh, more.
Wormstone ore. Fast forward.
Done.
Lots of flowers.
Continuing. How long until Gandalf makes his appearance? After going missing.
Well, you know, my D&D party is waiting for me up ahead.
Well, except for the mage and the archer.
Oh, did they stay
Which are,
behind?
yeah, they stayed behind to
So many foxes to kill.
help heal people and stuff.
What
But
does the fox say? Ay!
Yeah.
Ooh, another hot spring.
I think this is the same one.
Shouldn't be. It's heading that way. Did I really come in a circle? Oh.
We don't know anymore. We're lost. Again, sounds a lot like Lord of the Rings.
Dear. You're right.
We don't know where we are. We're lost.
Okay,
But don't
well,
worry,
the
some
barrow's this
giant
way.
hawk will help you find your way.
The sign will help me find my way. See? The barrow's this way. Ooh, a giant.
If that hits you, you are dead.
Actually, I'm going to have fun. Let's see if Waldmeier's blade can kill the giant before he clubs me into the stratosphere. Hi! Hi!
No. Oh, the
I
answer is
win!
yes.
Uh-oh. Hello. I better heal. There's something behind this elf. Nope, it ran away.
It saw how quickly it saw that you killed the giant and that deer and went, nope.
There we go.
Not dealing with that.
I think
Bork,
it was
bork,
a saber cat. It is a saber cat. Or is it a bear?
That's a saber cat. I can tell by its stance.
Let's find out.
That's a saber cat.
It is. I like saber cats.
They have a skinnier back. And now it's going to stand there.
Everything. It's all mine.
I don't understand how the saber cat can stand. Bodies defy physics.
I think I lost the trail. The trail's over here. There we go.
I wish that this was more like Dark Souls and you could like kick the bodies around.
You can drag them around and roll them down cliffs and stuff.
Yeah, but it would be entertaining if you could just like run into a body and it would flop around.
Eh,
That would be fun.
I think Skyrim's physics engine is just a little bit better than
What do you mean a bit better?
that.
A bit worse. You die halfway down a cliff and you twirl in a circle and fall over.
Well, I suppose. Actually, you go flying when you die. Like, really flying.
Yeah, that's another reason why it's not as good.
I like it when you get killed by a skeever and you're sent tumbling through the air.
Or hit by a skeever and thrown into another dungeon.
So we have reached the barrow. Let us sneak up on it.
It
just
looks a
in case.
lot like Bleak Falls.
It does look a lot. Whoops.
In fact, it looks exactly like Bleak Falls. I'm not even joking, it looks exactly like Bleak Falls.
It does. They probably used the template for the Bleak Falls barrow for this one. Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Paintings. And Archer is fighting.
Charge!
Much death. Ancient
Lockpick.
Lord armor. Interesting.
That's just his normal blood armor.
Nordic armor is really good. This ancient Lord armor also found
Yeah.
probably the least good.
Pick. Alright.
There we go. It's interesting. My companions must have gone inside, and then these guys came up behind them.
Yeah.
So, into the barrow.
Worm's Tooth Temple. So how long is this quest?
Oh, probably too long to finish in this video.
Well, no doubt.
Worm's Tooth Temple. Ah, there. fighting. Leave some for me.
Ew.
Ooh, more wormstone. What?
Damn it. Looks like the gate is shut. Something used to slot into that pedestal over there. My guess is that's what controls the gate. Whatever it was, it looks like it was only recently removed. Probably bandits trying to make some quick coin by looting the dungeon. Look around for any clues. Maybe we can find out what happened here.
These guys are kind of useless. Just once in a game I'd like to say, hey, I found this thing that opens the door, check this out.
There's like only one time that happens and never again.
The bandit journal. There we go. Don't know how long this old fart has been down here. He certainly looks like an odd fellow, but I'm not one to hold it against him. Said he's been studying the Draugr, using them to develop some fancy spell that allows him to control their movements. Sounds like a power that could come in handy in our next raid, but what really got my attention is when he said he might be able to modify the spell to control anything, not just the Dustwalkers, but living people too. A power like that, I can't even begin to fathom what we could accomplish. What I could accomplish. If what he says is true, then I can't let him leave until I get my hands on that spell. So we struck a deal. We don't send any of our buddies to harass him, and in return he transcribes that spell for us when he's done. I've taken that old Nordic sword we found deeper down. It seems to open and close the gate at the front entrance, so I need to make sure I don't mix it up with the others. While the sword itself seems fearsome enough with its ability to resurrect anything it cuts, it pales in comparison to the spell the wizard is working on. I just hope he finishes before I end up looking like he does. We're gathering the loot at the old shipwreck along the coast near the mining settlement. Once we've cleared the place out, we'll meet at the docks and have it transported to Skyrim. Hopefully this contraband is still worth something if we can't find what the boss is looking for. Well then. And the history of Wormstooth. Take shears. Well, there's a sword around here then. And it seems to be outside.
Well, yeah.
Should I talk to these people first?
The Empire is on edge. All these
Let's talk
dragon
about how.
attacks can't
Oh,
be
they're all following
They're
you.
all following me.
Check your quest. Let's see what the hell's going on.
We need Gore Duster.
Alright, so it's outside.
Indeed.
Because that's the only active one.
And it's not nearby.
Where is it?
Way over here. So, this is what we'll be doing in this episode.
Even though the only thing.
Look at those ruins. You think there's gold inside? I don't know. We were just in there. Did you see any?
Alright. Continuing.
Fast forward.
Alright. That is a bad decision.
Boogers.
You have now trapped yourself.
Just to pierce them. There we go.
There we go.
Max! Bugs! Bugs! Uh-oh.
Alright, we're fine. Totally fine.
Saving. Bugs. Look at all the bugs. Fortunately, fast forwarding will cut down a lot of the time spent. Squished.
Well then,
Elk!
that elk slowly realizing how screwed he is.
There's the boat. It's in there somewhere.
Wood is actually floating.
Yes, it is.
I'm surprised he's not killing the computer. Oh wait, no, that was the last computer. That was the last computer. Alright, so should be right up there.
Yep, the question is whether or not it's guarded.
Probably. I would expect something like that to be guarded, except everything seems to be dead.
It's fine.
The answer is no.
I don't see anybody around.
It's because they're all
I
dead.
have Gore Duster. Oh,
Oh,
no. That's my dude.
My killing arm's getting
oh.
restless.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the kind of orc that likes to kill those who ask too many questions.
Alright.
All brains then. Gotcha.
Do-do-do.
Huh. Well, I guess they didn't leave any bandits behind at their camp.
No, I think it crashed and everyone died.
No, they... Well, that's awfully close to it.
Yeah, you're about to fall, and then there's something down there that wants to kill you.
Where?
I think it might want to kill you. Behind you. Oh no, it's just a horker.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's just a horker.
Now it wants to kill me.
Now it's not going to. I think you should just fast travel back.
Yeah, that seems like a... Ooh, fungus stalks. These guys are just pushy. Ugh, push back.
You can't. You're not heavy enough.
Alright, so... Back to the barrow.
Yep.
surprisingly anticlimactic sword retrieval.
We must retrieve the sword. There's nothing guarding the sword, so we can just walk it and take it.
Back into the barrow.
And into the pedestal, you stab it.
This is...
Stabby.
There we go. Retrieve it. Okay. I get to keep it. Nope,
No, you
I don't
don't.
get to keep it.
Maybe
Well.
when you leave it again.
Yeah. That was a very deceptive line of text. I guess they meant retrieve it from the boat.
Yeah.
I thought you were kicked out of that palace.
What?
More vagrants? Did I not tell you already that you'll get what you want? My shore's bones, I need more time. Wait, you're not one of those cutthroat smugglers, are you? Explain yourself before I immolate you in hellfire.
Chasing a dragon.
I suppose that's what all the commotion was about then. The rabble plundering these ruins of its riches mentioned something about their shipments being jeopardized.
Oh, so that's what
Not
happened to
honestly.
them.
Dragons? Maybe it was a cliff racer. They have been known to grow quite large.
What the bandits speak of is correct. The dragons have indeed returned.
I suppose it is quite something then. This island is the cauldron of an ancient volcano, and the barrow itself is built into the mountains. I know of a way deeper down through these ruins, into the magma chamber. That's likely where you'll find your dragon, but there is one slight dilemma.
What kind of dilemma?
Follow me and I'll show you.
Can I help?
Fine. I like the way he was willing to accept the bandits but immolate us.
Yeah.
Why didn't he just immolate the bandits then?
Yeah. Especially since he seemed quite annoyed.
I want that kind of decor in my house.
That would be amazing.
Lots of goodies. Not very much in any one of them.
I mean, it would surprise people who walk in, like the plumbers. They just walk in and they see a skeleton with a candle on his hand. Hanging from the wall with both its legs sticking out.
Keep to the shadows.
Why? He knows we're here. We're supposed to be following him. Keep to the shadows. Wouldn't want him to see us following him. Good books. Look at all the soul
Wow,
gems.
and you can take them all.
This is marvelous.
And there's more.
So many alchemy ingredients.
You missed a spell tome.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Ooh, bone meal. More.
Get out of the way.
It was just in here, right? Yeah, plenty.
There we go. Spell tomes.
Is there anything in the satchel?
I already checked it.
Okay.
Fade other. Yeah.
That's it.
Appears to be. No homies are written in my book of homies. Saddening.
Don't even know why the hell that exists.
It's supposed to keep track of your followers from one of the mods, but doesn't seem to work.
Yeah, especially since you can't edit book. I guess it's supposed to work with a mod that allows you to edit books.
I don't think so. I think it's supposed to automatically record their names.
Hmm. I think that's good. No.
Ah.
Bit more over that way.
Nope.
It was the other way.
Ah.
More toward the center.
Nope.
More toward the center. A bit more.
Just a tad. Got it.
Yay! So why'd you need to do that?
There's stuff.
Empty, empty. 2 septums. An amethyst.
Ooh, hey, look at all this.
And a dragger on the floor. There isn't much.
Refined
Brimstone.
brimstone.
And
And
malachite.
malachite. Brimstone. That's interesting. Oh, here we go again.
It better be something really good in here. Because you've now had to go through 2 expert blocks to get to it.
Ha ha ha.
There was nothing good in there.
No, not really.
I am disappointed.
My lockpicking improved. Okay, so he's up there. Let's find the staircase. It's so
Right,
dark in
It
here.
was... Yeah, that's the staircase.
Everything in Skyrim is so handicap accessible. It's really
Yeah.
nice.
There aren't many stairs anywhere.
Look at all this.
Wow. Okay, there's a lot of spell tomes.
That is
Conjure,
marvelous.
Draugr, White, Ice Volley, Ease Burden.
And all of these books that I have read.
The Cake and the Diamond. Takes so long. We'll be right back. Alright.
Oh, there's more.
Alright, there we go. Oh, there's a chest.
Jeez.
Did you loot the chest?
That's an end table.
Yeah, but there was a chest. Keep turning more.
It's so dark.
Keep turning.
There is a chest.
You have to take all of his stuff. Just shoes.
Ooh. Elberthor's journal. Of course I wasn't being serious when I told that group of bandits I'd transcribe a spell for them. I just said that so they'd leave me alone and me and my work alone. I should have flambéed them when I had the chance. Well, maybe I'll reconsider the decision once I properly attune my spell and have no need of further test subjects. For now, I suppose I can tolerate their presence, but once I'm done, I'm blasting them all to oblivion. Literally, if I can get that planar transfiguration spell working. My genius knows no bounds. Occasionally. While on the subject, the latest test subject involved in the mind control experiment suffered from what I suspect was a rather unfortunate miscalculation on my behalf. I don't know exactly what happened to him, but I suspect I accidentally transferred the Drauggr's mind into his rather than vice versa. He began frothing at the mouth shortly after I performed the transfer, but most remarkably, despite having bound him with the simple paralysis spell, he managed to break free. Luckily for me, his movement seemed limited to walking repeatedly against the wall, seemingly oblivious to it. But on more pressing matters, I suspect the Thalmor have somehow caught wind of my presence. How they discovered my location escapes me entirely. Divination, perhaps? I can't think of anyone skilled enough in their ranks. Certainly the bandits here just think I'm just a crazy old wizard, not that I would deny such a claim. Perhaps it is now a more accurate summation than a past persona I once clung to. Regardless, to turn the situation in my favor and test the latest advances of my mind control spell, I set a group of Draugr out to his encampment within the glaciers. The look on his face, marvelous how fear contorts one's facial physique. Luckily, there's no shortage of Draugr here. Whomever this temple was constructed for was likely a notable figure in Nordic history. However, I haven't the time to concern myself with such trivialities. Despite my best efforts to hide the claw key to the puzzle door in the crypts in order to prevent more louts from falling down that shaft, it would seem that it was recently stolen again. I suppose I should stop hiding it in the pantry and choose a more suitable location. A pocket plane, perhaps? More food for the Falmor, I suppose. But I digress. I do suspect something is afoot. Why the sudden surge of misfits and adventurers? Some sort of uprising, maybe? Certainly the Empire isn't one to shy away from grave-robbing expeditions, but who am I to frown upon such endeavors? I suppose the bandits did me a favor by closing the gate at the entrance. Maybe now I'll be able to enjoy some peace and quiet again, though at this rate I find it highly unlikely such solitude will last for very long.
Well, it didn't.
So, we have a rather unethical necromancer that we're following here.
You missed the potions.
Iceholm Ichor.
Okay.
Sounds delicious.
You were. You missed potions. See? Regeneration, health. Continuing.
Always good to have.
However, unfortunately, that's the end of this video.
Yeah, we'll clear out this room and call it good for now.
Yep. We've been going on for
Dwarven boots.
probably way too long. I'm trying to shorten videos since we had those 40-minute ones.
Oh, that is a bit much. 40 minutes. Bone meal. Soul.
More soul. Alright. So,
As you can see,
Ah,
escape. Run away.
how do we get the gate open and what's with the Draugr? We can do this part.
this is, how shall I say it, part of my experiment. I've been researching the Draugr here for quite some time now. It's a bit of a silly story, really. While testing a new spell that I had been hastily working on, no thanks to these boneheads, I, had a bit of an accident. I must admit I'm still working out the kinks of the new spell myself.
Okay.
It's not entirely ready, in case you didn't realize.
What kind of
What
accident?
kind of an
The
accident?
spell I've been
Let's just
working on
listen to
allows
this.
me, well, anyone really, to control the Draugr. At least to some degree. That Draugr must have accidentally pushed a switch somewhere ahead of us, subsequently closing this gate. I was preparing this for my next attempt. Good that you showed up just now. There's a little something I've been wanting to try.
I don't like where
Don't
this is
worry,
going.
It's perfectly safe. Well, relatively safe. At least for you it will be. I think. I've been wanting to find out whether I can transfer control to another person, to allow somebody else to control the subject I've prepared. If I can get a positive result out of this experiment, I can finally finish the spell and even expand on it further. And by that I mean having control over living things too. Animals, people, well, some control at least. And only for a short time. So, what do you say? Ready to give this whole Draugr a spin? I don't think we can get this gate open right now by any other means.
I'm not quite ready
Very
for
well.
that yet. We'll do
Yeah.
that
Speak to me
next time.
again when you're ready for me to cast the spell. I'll be waiting for you here.
Okay.
So, the last time he tried this spell, he accidentally swapped the person's mind for the Draugrs, but naturally we're expected to allow him to experiment on us. This should be fun.
Alright, so, next time, we'll be continuing on with this quest. Hopefully, we don't get turned into a dragon. So that's the end of this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you guys next week. Bye!